YouTube secondary. Yeah, it's there. Good. I can start. I can continue. So what I was saying, yeah, OBS took a dump, literally, almost literally. Like if it could, it would take a dump. What I was saying is that all those building and strategy games and dinosaur games, most of all, that are early access, usually like plenty of quality because they are passion projects, and there's nothing wrong about a passion project. Don't get me wrong. The problem is that if you have a game that usually requires a team of 40 to 50 people and you try to make it with 10, you can work on it for, 4 or 5 years. Then you go to early access and plenty of things are outdated. And in the early access, people are going to expect it to, get released in the next following 2 years, for example. And if you don't, then it's kind of a hack, and people will actually download you just because, well, you're still an ongoing early access, and you're like the never-ending early access thing. It's such a hassle. And considering that they are a team of 14 people, and they're trying to make something like this, something comparable to Planet Zoo, something comparable to Jurassic World Evolution. And once again, team of 14 people. That means that they are slightly larger than Timberborn team. And Timberborn made a great game, but it is nowhere near the complexity that the game like this requires, than a Tycoon requires. And that is in all the aspects: coding, design, animations, any modeling and texture work. Like, if you're talking about dinosaurs, if you're trying to make a dinosaur park, you more or less need to have like really solid visuals. You need to have really good visuals. Otherwise, people will be like, "Oh, this doesn't look real enough." Because having a tycoon, having a park tycoon that's very cartoony, isn't the thing right now. It hasn't been a thing for a while. So I was trying to get to the lynxes, right? Take a look at all of them. So, animals. First, let's pause this and lynx. We have some Eurasian lynxes. Andre is juvenile, he's okay. If we have those 6 ones that are big boys. Now, who is the best one? We have 2 females that look great. So, this one is gonna get sent away. Bohdan is gonna get sent away. Galina, not good, not good, not good. And Andre is already gone. So I'm gonna probably keep this lynx here. And send the rest to the trade center. And what about the rest? It could, like, we finally have a new couple here. I could try to get rid of one of the otters, but probably not the best idea. I'll have to get rid of these peacocks here. If I move all of them to, not Nitara. If I move all of them to the trading center, is it okay? Like, can I actually move them? It looks like it should be working now. It was a little bit of a frame drop at one point, but nothing problematic, nothing made. Okay. So I'm gonna need a male. Is it a male? No, yeah, a male. I need a lynx Male. Male. Let's take a look at those. This one isn't half bad, actually. The 10k. 3.4 years. Yeah, let's adopt him. Adopt him. And let's send him to the zoo here. So there should be like a baby somewhere around here. Not Kolya. Not Lydia. Okay. Nadezhda. Why do they have Russian names? Or Ukrainian? I'm not sure if Kolya is Russian or Ukrainian. It's not like Eurasian lynxes only live in Russia. But they have a lot of right. Anastasia, Vasily, Nadezhda, Andrei, Bogdan, Boris, Lydia, Cesarin, Galina, Igoryok. Those are... Some of them are like Bulgarian. Oh, we have an inspector arriving in a few months, so let us check all these things. Some of these animals are not really happy because they lack toy enrichment. So they need more toys. Nature, no, habitat, filters, species, and we need Indian peafowls. Toy enrichment. Memorable. I guess so. And some more seekers. Have fun. They need... I didn't think that they needed interspecies bonuses, but what is the interspecies bonus? Okay, they don't need it. Good. They just have additional feature there. How about you? Enrichment. They need more toys as well. Habitats, species, and let's take a look at red panda. Probably should include this somewhere. Maybe one more scratcher here as well. And the chimes. They already have chimes. Good. Immediately better. And the social thing is also improved. The otters. Let's take a look at them. Something's wrong with their welfare. You can see it. Well, the hard shelter. There isn't enough of a hard shelter? Really? So probably if I delete this, right, I should be able to drain and not stamp it, but actually pull it and pull it from here to the front as much as I could. Interesting that I can't do anything in here. It's probably because of this, right? So let's see. Do you have enough? I unpause it. Okay, they have enough hard shelter. No, they don't. You had enough hard shelter for a while. What's wrong? Habitat. Is it that you can't get enough? Like, can you get inside or something? I should be able... Maybe... Oh, maybe this is too steep. Habitat. What if I... Not large one, but a small one. If I build something like this here. continue, you know? And rain, push this down a little bit. Okay, that should work. Where's the altar? We have an altar here. And they like toy enrichment. Luckily this is okay. So let's give them some enrichment. We don't want red panda, we want giant otters. Giant otter. They want more toys. Did they just... What is this? Bubble machine. Okay, let's give them a bubble machine here. Water jet enrichment. Okay, let's give them some water jets. And platform floats. Yeah, let's give them a floating platform. Good, they are significantly happier immediately. Let's pause this. So what about these guys? Fired tapirs. Are they happy? As happy as they can be, probably. They need more food enrichment. So these are Bayard tapirs, and they need food enrichment. Large barrel. Good work. Immediately better. I guess I should also put one barrel here for the other tapirs, who will definitely like enrichment too. And they need better nutrition. Not a problem. Oh, we don't have food quality 3. Damn it. How about Phoenix? Food quality 3. They seem to be almost happy. Some things. Okay, they need one additional toy. Habitats. Definitely not tapirs. But what about the Phoenix? Fennec Fox. Small bubble machine. No, I'm not a big fan of bubbles. That should be fine. Okay, that should help them. How about wolves? Do we have happy wolves? Almost. What's wrong? They don't have they don't have enough enrichment. Oh, we need to change enrichment, I guess. Theme, not theme, but species, and you are timber wolves. Shiver me timbers, where is it? RST, Timberwolf. How did I miss that? Chew toy. Let's give them a blood scent marker. I could probably add and give them like an additional sprinkler here. And one more sprinkler. What is a sprinkler? Sprinkler. Didn't improve, did it? You are not happier. How are you not happy? So I guess should be giving them like gift boxes here. Maybe card box. Okay. So they need new ones. They need like new stimuli. I realize that. And how about our good quality 3? So they should be, all of them seem happy, except for Alyosha, who has a problem with nutrition. That's it. Good. I think that all the rest of the animals should be somewhere around 100%. Occasionally they might get some trouble. That's just a long, short-term thing. This should allow me to give them food quality 3, yeah. So if I take a look at these two, she is juvenile. How old are you? 0.9. If I take a look at the Zoopedia, is it 2 years that they are? 3 years sexual maturity. And they live up to 15. It's about to unbreak. Okay. Okay, not a great thing, not a great thing. You are Jiaying. We're not gonna have inbred pandas here. So, Jiaying. Do I probably need to get... This one is good. So let's actually move all of these to the trade center. Move to the trade center. And let's get a new animal here. Animal trading. Red panda. Oh, we have African. Probably should get like an elephant here. And we're looking for a female, aren't we? So what is the largest appeal? This one isn't that good. I'll rather have the rest higher than... Okay, let's send her to the zoo. And let's take a look at all the animal trading here. So, I'll probably give it a moment until the animal is here. Until the animal arrives. And then I'm gonna trade. Oh, we have empty habitat? Okay, who is the... You are the best around. No, oh, well, he's also young, so this should be good. And we should be able to trade this one for 150. Trade this one for 200. And trade this one for 100. What about the rest? Can't. Too young, too young, too young, too young. Too many young ones. I should also be improving my staff. Pets are okay. The keepers... Probably overdid it. Security guards should be maxed. Same applies to caretakers. And vendors. You can see that they have like a lot of... They have really high bathroom park. Gotta add social... These are... This one is bored. Tickets are underpriced. Okay then. Let's Take a look at this overview. Let's make it 28, 14. Wow, we're getting so pricey. Families won't be able to get this. Marketing. Guest education rating. Guest happiness. Happiness is better. Animal rating is also improving. Otters. What's wrong? Insufficient area. They're crowding. Damn it. So let's take a look at those otters, and we should be able to get these and probably release them to the wild. Yeah, let's immediately. Didn't check. Should have given them much larger habitat. I know that they should be able to swim underwater, so it would be great if I could create like a tunnel and make a hunting ground for them. Or a playground, whatever you would like to call it. Have at least 2,700, have no crime for 3 months, and increase zoo reputation to 4 stars. Release 3-star carnivores. Okay. Should have enough of those. The 3-star carnivores. Those are the lynx. Those are gonna be lynxes. I'm not sure what means 3 stars, but I really don't know. Everyone has the highest quality. Great. So one of the issues right now seems to be with finances. Because we have some ongoing expenses that got too high right now. That's staff wages are the problem. I guess I could. Enema died. Which one? Embre. Almost finalized. Almost done with the tapirs. So there's gonna be one more, a few more animals here, and then I'm gonna start building other things. Facility, yeah, sure. Tickets are still underpriced. Wait, what? 30, 15. And I need 4-star ratings, so I need to focus on marketing a little bit. Memorials, I could do more memorials, but I kind of want some education. Audio guides and talks. For example, okay, you can see that the Malayan tapirs and Bayard's tapirs are not great. Or how do I set up a talk? Like that's one of the things. I don't know how to set up talks. I need to find it. I need to find that out. So we are losing money a little bit. Just a little bit. So let's do the marketing part. The others are a bit at links 3. Good. The others are Bit of a shame. Marketing. Let's do the low impact marketing, TV, videos, divisive appeal, divisive appeal. No. Let's do the low marketing for a year. Just not renew it. Immediately jumped to 4 stars. Simply because our marketing is 4 stars and something. I don't think it's good thing. Let's focus on the flow of money this month. Also, just please. I'm meanwhile gonna check. Oh. Okay. If there are some answers on the Reddit or something, yeah. I have to start like to the posts that I do somewhere. I have to add like my logo or something with Twitch. I actually need to work on that part of advertising. Because if 700 people see it, actually nice. So the flow looks to be okay. We have positive cash flow right now. No, this is definitely not the best part of the game. But you need to be sure that you're earning money. Enough. Kinda need to upgrade, train people. Everything should be okay. I still believe that everything should be fine. If it's not, then... May 19th, May 16th. Still on the training. Facility is having negative effects. And researches are done. June the 2nd. Good. Okay. So, you know, just letting stuff finish. Checking the flow of money. Alright. Cleanliness. This habitat has loads of plants on it. Yes. Are you mad that are you actually freaking mad that I have a habitat that has plants? People, are you kidding me? Looks okay. Everything looks fine. Oh, there is this. Yeah, that's Eurasian lynx. Great. What animals? We have once again problems with anacondas and... Oh, come on. Anacondas and yellow ones. And these ones. So... Alright. Should probably, like, if these two are okay, I should probably get rid of them and should finally quick trade these. And there's 125 years of those ones. I can't recall the name. Should be checking these two. Some of them have... What if I keep them for a while? Maybe they will become slightly better. I need to get rid of some of these. So this one is definitely the best one. So I need probably to keep that female. Now, regarding our animal trading, those lynxes are still too young. And those peafowls are still too... No, I kind of want to send these lynxes, you know, I want to release them to the wild. How's our finances for this year? Plus 16k. Looks fine. Maybe family hour. Maybe I should start with marketing. Why can't I do that? Is it that... Oh, you can have only 3 campaigns. Okay then. Gonna have a new rating in a moment. It should improve our zoo rating because the animal rating wasn't that great. The animal you can see that the animal rating got a little better, but it wasn't 5 stars. It should be 5 stars now. Education facilities a bit weaker. I kind of want to check how to make talks. So just give me a moment. And a zoo talk. Yes, they are staples. Thank you for introducing it in about 1.5 years ago. With the animal talks come a new information panel. Each talk can be set up for 1 habitat or exhibit and 1 species of animal. Enable and disable animal. Pick an animal species for the talk. All right. So, for example, if I don't know, let's take a look at those fennecs. Fennecs are fairly popular. Maintenance. How do I set up a talk? Planet to start talk. How to set up talks in Animal Planet. Sorry, just a moment. So you need a talk point. Is that it? Is that the thing I was missing? That you need a talk point? Could probably have it here. Right here. So facilities, I guess it's gonna be facilities. And if I go to all, go to talk. We have a talk seating, talk railing, talk point. We can get one talk point here. Could have another talk point right here. Quite possibly, like to have a talk point here. You know, next to the donation boxes. There's no donation box. Oh, there is a donation box in here. Have it by the Phoenix. There could be a talk point right here next to food. And right here for the lynxes. What I'm missing then are the red pandas, which could have a talk point right here under the lamp, which doesn't seem to be okay, because there is a bug in the path here. Okay, so this one, scenery rating, 100. Okay, let's talk about red pandas. And let's talk about red pandas in January. Let's continue. These ones should be giant otters. Let's talk about them in February. We should have fired tapirs. March. I agree. Oh, gonna have to deal with the scenery for each one of those. Oh, if I manage a zone. No species assigned. Sure. I'm just gonna go through all of this. This is the first time I'm working on it, so I really don't know what's going on. This is 100%, and this kind of sucks here, so I'm gonna have to add some nature attributes here. For example, oh, it's a South American thing. So Kailog could be okay. Could have like 2 of them. Does it help? 30%. Didn't help a lot, did it? Followed by a tree. I guess they're not gonna like one of the trees, are they? Yeah, that Aleppo isn't their thing. Aging gaming. Thanks for stopping by, at least. Thank you so much. Have a great day. Oh, hello Henrix. I'm sorry if I missed it on YouTube. I've got Planet Coaster and thinking of buying this. Would you recommend it? I think I would. If you enjoy Planet Coaster, I would. Okay. If you already like Planet Coaster, I would almost definitely encourage you to buy this. You will enjoy it as well. It is different than Planet Coaster, but still, it's the same developer, it's the same engine, it shares plenty of the same DNA. I would, however, probably wait for some kind of a sale or buy it somewhere alternatively, because if I take a look at Planet Zoo right now, the full pack is 116 euros. And I bought it for about 55. And for 55, it's a good value. It's definitely a good value. I'm not sure if 116 is a good value, because, for example, the Deluxe edition, you know, it's $10, but it's only 3 animals. That one is almost surely not worth it. And then there are some that are great and some that are okay, but I'm always like, are actually For example, the South American one is like badly rated, and that one includes jaguar, llamas, capuchin monkeys, a giant anteater, which is a nice animal, and a tree frog. So it includes one predator, one lackluster animal, because llamas are lackluster. Who are we kidding? Llamas are lackluster. A monkey, anteater is great, as I said, and a frog. There's not much of a work put into this, and once you go to like 250 per animal, I'm not sure if it's worth it. But if you can get it on an alternative side, I'm using something I got recommended, which is HRK Gaming. So it's better than G2A, but worse than Greenman Gaming, I guess. It's less shady. Still a little bit shady because they use a lot of Humble Bundle stuff. But I probably would buy it somewhere like that, somewhere a little bit discounted. At least the DLCs. And considering that there is a new DLC coming up that is going to be released next week, I probably would wait for that. I probably would buy everything discounted. Or gotta sell. Okay, these are actually still infertile, and I gotta sell. What is it? It's the iguanas. So let's take a look at them. This one is not worth it. Should help. So I need to improve the rating around this. How? Like, probably, I guess, there's gonna be some stones. Could add a few dynamic rocks. I'm just gonna move them a little bit into the ground. This one. I'm gonna rotate this. That it's like that. Then a little bit this. And down into the ground. Acceptable. This doesn't look good though. So I'm gonna have to rotate it a little bit forwards, and a little bit into the ground. Followed by this one. Definitely gonna have to be turned this. Rotate down into the ground. Probably a little more. Hello, Leon. Thanks for stopping by. Thanks for cheering. Glad if I'm always glad if people can stop by even for a minute or two. You know, tell me how's your day. I always like it if people have time for it. The same goes for Jin Gaming, of course. I hope that you're all doing fine. At least as fine as I am, because I'm doing pretty fine today. 31. How come I spent so much? There's. What do you want? What is it you want? Is it a donation box? What was the problem here? Do I, like, really have to put in, I don't know, monkey-faced orchids? What is it that you want? Doesn't make sense. Lobster. Let's put in some Iraq lobster and hopefully 33. Just sipping some coffee about to start working. I think my lady would like this game, but I don't think she'll play enough to spend exactly. The 116 for the Ultimate Edition is not great, but I'm gonna be frank. Once again, I know that I personally am not a fan of this, but if you go to, for example, HRK Gaming, which is where I bought some stuff, I can think hopefully this will work. Hopefully it won't crash again. Sorry, I have to show it in probably dollars. Dollars are the best. You know, if you can buy a deluxe edition for $10 because it was once in a humble bundle. Oh yeah, the ultimate one isn't there. You have to the ultimate because there is no ultimate edition. It is just an ultimate package where Steam actually packs you everything together fairly well. So you can, you can go here, buy everything 50% discounted, 60% discounted. The premium edition, I'm not sure what's the premium edition. Let's take a look what this is. It includes 3 DLCs. That's not worth it. This is actually pricier than if you buy the deluxe edition and 3 DLCs separately. And this is where I bought it. Like, I feel a bit bad for recommending sites like this, but these kind of games, as they grow and grow and grow, they become more and more inaccessible to new players because you want to have the animals, right? You want to have them. That's it. You want to have you want to be able to build a penguin habitat, a proper penguin habitat. So you need aquatic pack. You want to be able to have uh what was one of the things? Yeah, you want to have lynxes. You want to have freaking lynxes. I live in freaking Europe and I want to have a freaking lynx because I like them. So the fact that a lynx, which is like a very basic animal, is in the Europe DLC or whatever, a Eurasian DLC, um, I would personally avoid G2A. Once again, HRK Gaming is somewhere between Greenman Gaming, which is a little shady, but they usually buy discounted bulks, and G2A. G2A is extremely shady, extremely shady. Sorry, like it is well known that if you buy something from G2A, the devs see zero money. They see nothing. Very often, those are like semi-stolen keys, weirdly gotten keys, and so on. From what I know, HRK Gaming is you can always check it. If you go to Humble Bundle and you have a bundle that's right now, for example, there's Desperados Mass Effect Legendary Edition. There's Nebuchadnezzar that I bought last month for $17. And right now, those games are on HRK Gaming for, Desperados instead of $50, they're 4. Because you can buy them in a bundle for $10, and then they have something on the side as well. However, if you buy it on a Humble Bundle, you always give something to the devs. You can also decide like how much you give to the devs. And for example, right now there's Europa Universalis. Europa Universalis is a prime example of a game that you kind of don't want to get into right now. First of all, the original Europa Universalis, a great game. But, and let me show you Steam. Let's take a look on my Steam at Europa Universalis. If you don't know the game, by the way, once again, it's supposed to cost $40, and right now you can get it on Humble Bundle officially. These are official sales for $1. So if you want to try Europa Universalis, go and get it for that $1. But the thing is that the bundle costs 350 euros. 350. That's the bundle that includes even visual DLCs. If you want just content DLCs, that's 240. 240. Once again, this thing costs as much as an okay guitar. As you can buy a phone for this. You can buy an acceptable phone for this. And this game has been around for 11 years. By the way, once again, you have 32 items here. This is like the ultimate bundle. 32 items. 32 items for 348. Let's take a look at the bundle, which is once again official, and this is made in cooperation with the devs. Entire bundle costs $18. This is what the devs think is an actual worth of the product that on Steam sells for 348 euros, and you can buy it for 18 euros in here. And those are all the DLCs. There's actually one extra. There's actually something extra in here, but oh no, that's the base game. So yeah, this is all the DLCs. Go and get this if you are into strategy games. But like, if the more you go, the more expensive you get, the less people will buy it, because there's simply too much content and too much additional content. So for example, I was okay with Planet Zoo being priced at 45 euros when it was released, but it was 3 years ago. And since then, the price is almost always the same. You can get it discounted, of course, but the standard price is the same. They didn't discount it at all, and you have 8 or 9 more DLCs, which is $90 if you don't. Oh, okay then. Move you. So if you can, once again, if you can use like any means for you to get it not free, but you know, to get something and also give it to the devs, then go for it. That's why I don't mind getting it from the Green Man from Green Man Gaming or from HRK Games. The devs get something. If you buy it on G2A, the devs get nothing. Nada. Not a penny, not a cent. Maybe I should put it here. 65, that's better. And the Fennec Fox. This should be, let's go one by one again. The tapirs. These ones should be in not March, but April. Then the Fennecs should be in May. Like always, you know, check the reseller. If you are unsure about the reseller, don't buy anything. $20, $19. Okay, I don't really care, do I? Should be like June and Timberwolf. Do you have to repair these? No, you don't. So let's add educators. Let's get those. So if we have staff and we have some educators, where are they? There's only 4 of them. 4 of them. Good. So enclosure herbivores, enclosures entrance. Oh, I could add some exhibits. I could add some to the exhibits. Facilities, talk points. Can I do this? Is it yellow anaconda? Yeah. Let's do it. Let's put it everywhere. Let's do some proper. Let's do some proper educating here. Oh. This works. It should work like this. Doesn't seem to be 100% proper. Yeah, because... it's because of this. So, I can take a look at it. Now it's gonna move. Okay. Kinda need... First of all... 2 new people. Emma died. Latif. Okay. Okay, that's almost done. So first let's do these. So there's gonna be one in... Let's go one by one. And you're in January. You're gonna be boa constrictor. You're gonna be in March. And no, you're gonna be common death adder. You're gonna be in April. Then followed by something that I need to turn around. Followed by Lesser Antillean, which are gonna be in June. Fire Salamanders are gonna be in September. Eastern Blue, which is gonna be in October. Followed by Green Iguana, which is gonna be in December. Okay. Now, work zones. And let's take a look. Court Pandas have it. Court Enclosure Northern Predators. Edit work zone. Oh. Really? Is definitely something I didn't think should do. Good. That works. Fine. So we have Northern Predators. Now, if I take a look at this probably needs to be changed a little bit. So, gotta change this to not March, but probably September. And the wolves are gonna be somewhere in May. Let's continue. We have enclosure entrance. Not a big fan, but you know, let's do it like that. So these 3, and that means that this one is gonna be in January. This one is gonna be somewhere in April. And there were the Fennecs here, which are gonna be in July. Now let's take a look at this. So we have Herbivore entrance, exhibits entrance, Northern Predators. So Herbivores center. Gotta add this here and this here. where one of them is somewhere in March or whatever it is. Yeah, March. This one cannot be in April. I'll make this one August. Now this is gonna be followed by the last one, which is exhibits entrance. And we gotta add all right. Now this is Chief Beef, this is entrance. So exhibits entrance, no. Port entrance, edit. Have to add this one. There is no ATM here at the back. There has to be some ATM. So let's give people an ATM. And let's add the ATM to Port Pandas. Okay, let's see. Is it okay? Okay. Mechanics, let's keep the mechanics as they are. Our security guards need to be trained. Same applies to caretakers and vendors. This generally helps them with workload. Now let's take a look at these. They have low workload apparently. Curious. Want to take a look at finances and marketing. These are done, so let's take these commercials. Well, it's gonna improve our rating a little bit. So current marketing rating is 5 stars. I had to wake up fairly early today. I had a really productive morning as well after I got from the office, but wow, I'm weirdly tired. Of course, the problem is that I need to. I'm still somewhere at. Oh, what is it? How much is that? Like 40, like 52% only of the translation. And I need to complete it, need to finish it today. So I'm gonna have to probably work another 3 hours after the stream, at least. Quite possibly do something more for tomorrow. So ideally I could do, you know, 1.5 today, 1.5 tomorrow, which would actually allow me to have a free Thursday. And then focus on translation of the book on Friday, Saturday, Sunday. Would be great. But I might just end up starting the book on Sunday, because if I'm too tired today or tomorrow to keep up the tempo, I won't be able to complete the subtitles earlier. So I'll be able to probably complete on Thursday or Friday. That would mean that I would take only like half a day off. Saturday, family is gonna visit, so there's gonna be half day gone anyway. And it's not gonna be like a half day of relaxing. No. It's gonna be just simply a half day of not wasted of, but Not really. Not really that great. I take a look at the animal trading. Still. Okay, nobody wants those pandas. If I trade it for 75, you know, let's give you 50% discount. Let's cancel this and trade for 75 as well. I want those links to get older. Maybe they don't grow old. Can you just store them like this and they don't become old? Good. Nadezhda is gonna become an old hag. No, she's just gonna be able to mate. Yeah, you're no longer gonna be a little cub, are ya? Where are you, kitten? Sorry. Yeah, running around like this, no longer an option for you, girl. Your knees are gonna start hurting, and your back, even talking about your head. Okay. Let me guess. Alyosha is gonna just jump her immediately. Low welfare on the iguanas. Gotta pause this. And do we have any infertile ones? Yes. Yes. Oh, so 2 infertile ones here. 1, 2, 3 infertile ones here. Could get rid of some of these. Like this one. Probably there are 2 males, so I could get rid of this one. Let's take a look at this. And we need to get rid of this one. It's so obvious. So quick trade these. 7k immediately. How about all these? I guess all of them are actually in the trading center, so no rush there. We have 2 new pandas. Actually, really good. By the way, hello to that one viewer on YouTube. I'm not sure if you're a Hendrix who asked the question about the. I'm not sure how long ago it was, but it is kind of curious. I can tell you that Twitch is a superior streaming platform, at least for the streamer. The amount of info I get on Twitch compared to the amount of info and the UI that is on YouTube is significantly better. On the other hand, it doesn't directly bring you to my channel, so if there are people on YouTube who watch this semi-regularly, they can, with just one click, take a look at the videos that are in there as well. Now, we have a lot of animals in the trading. There's a bunch of them. And the majority of these lynxes, like one of them is gonna be fine, but the rest... Oh, gonna be some trouble. I probably want to take part in the challenge as well. But I'm not sure like what you get. Like, is it just 50 points and that's it? Oh, you get like 100 points. That's it. Sure. I'm gonna need some coffee. Facility. Did we meet another goal or something? No. No crime for 3 months. An education increased bar restricted education rating to 12%. Let's take a look at that. If we take a look at education per species. So boa constrictor. Here. Operational. It's okay. Animal talks. There hasn't been any. Open, open, open. Should be. Like people saw it. Good. Animal talk 9. Outset. Really? Oh. You're also boa constrictor, aren't you? And I guess February? This one is April. This one is March. This one is January. Hopefully that will help. I'm not a fan of the finance situation right now. If I take a look at the finances, it's really on the edge. Problem is that last year I didn't buy that many things. And if this year it's June, it's probably gonna end up somewhere around the current. Okay, let's take a look at those Fennecs. So first of all, Fennec. They're like, okay, animals are fine. They're elderly though. And already infertile. Damn it. I need new Fennecs. Fennec. Fennec Fox. This one's appeal is 3. Alright then. Let's use both of them. So this one is, okay. Adopt her. And we need a male now. Probably. I'm not gonna spend that much. Probably gonna get this one. Send to the zoo. And the other Fennec. Sent to the 2 elderly ones. Okay, someone just bought the panda. I'm losing points still though. I had 20,000 yesterday. Today it's 18. Oh, someone names them like Pokemon. It's not great. Now let's take a look at those aardvarks. First, trading. Reset all filters, and let's take a look at those aardvarks. By the way, what is the largest appeal animal? West African lion. Wow, like the white ones are gonna be super weird, but and Indian peafowls. Sure. Aardvarks. 10,000. Not happy with that. Let's take a look at the rest. Kinda... Okay. So I'm not gonna buy this one, but if I compare these, like this one is 67.40 for 2, 50. I prefer this one. So let's get Shashmeka. And let's get a male for her. There are no Aardvark males. Ooh, not happy with that. Not happy with that. Probably more Kelpies. You know what? Let's get more Kelpies first before I start building another thing. They're gonna really need some more drinks. Maybe I could use like vending machines as well. You know, put the vending machines somewhere on the edges so that hmm probably wouldn't mind a vending machine or two. Hide it a little bit, at least a little bit. Have two like this. Probably, if I take a look at the prices, should increase the price to like 575 and 325. Price with all vending machines park. And once again, 275, 325, and 275. So what I'm gonna need is build for it a something that would hide it. Bamboo painted wall, probably not. Breeze block curve. Not really a fan of it. The bricks could be okay. So if we have a brick... Oh, this one would be good. Do we have just an arch? Yes. So we can do just an arch. Probably should build it somewhere else. So, just like that. Probably just a small wall, sandstone brick wall. Yeah. That's too much. I'm gonna need like a very short one. 2 by 2. 2 by 2 looks good. Where's the position snap? Align to surface. Where's the grid? Why is there no grid? You gotta be. Okay. Probably. Like, it is slightly, very slightly off. If you take a look at it, you can see that it's like 1 millimeter off. Okay, that looks good. Now let's move it. No! Let's move it. Let's copy and move. Are we too much up? No, that looks okay. Great. Now, there should be a 4x4 wall behind here, like right there. Wow. Okay. So what if we Move the grid size to, yeah, 2. Good. Now add some roof. Roofs, brick. No, that looks stupid, doesn't it? Wouldn't mind something patched. Maybe a little bit of a white thing. But probably what could be okay would be glass. Probably not the palm thatched roof. Sandstone. Sandstone could be good. I definitely wouldn't mind sandstone. I might need... Okay, if I take a look at sandstone. Do we have like separate bricks of sandstone? We have walls, we have we have arches. We have these 1 meter slopes. That's too much. Oh. Really? Oh. So, position snap, rotation snap. Kinda gotta do this, and now move it a little bit down. But it's, no, actually a little bit backwards. Like that. That should be okay. Now I have to figure out how the heck do I do something with a roof here. So probably it's gonna have to be... No, that's too big. Everything is too big. Everything. So let's not do sandstone. Sandstone wall. Could probably just do the break thing. So if I go for brick, maybe colored brick. It can be colored brick. If that's something that could work. Two by two. 4 by 2. No, it's gonna have to be... What is this one? Sandstone. Sandstone. So sandstone 4 by 2. Let's rotate it. Probably too much, isn't it? We'll see, we'll see. A little bit to the edge. Just a little bit. Good. And now let's copy this. Move it to the side. So that it looks like a roof. And it looks like a roof. Of course. I should be able to apparently do like the multi-selection tool. And do this. But as you can see, can't really group them. It's something in a mod that I saw like that people can do. I don't know why it's hidden behind a mod. Construction. We get some wall decorations or something. Painted timber. Not a big fan of that. No. Indian brick trim. I like this. Just a little bit, so it actually looks like it's protruding at the bottom as well. Probably gonna have to do it a little bit higher. Just like that. Now copy and send it up. Well, you can see that it artifacts a little bit, but it's not a big deal. That's too long. Maybe I should have done it differently, right? So if I, for example, do this and this, I should be able to duplicate them and move them on the side there to look similarly. But the problem is that if I do like brick trim, it's too long. So I could be able to add, for example, this one here. That doesn't seem right at all. Maybe I could hide it behind a... Wow, that looks so bad. I wanted to make it smaller. If I move from this back to whatever I could find. Indian brick. Yeah, let's do that. You can, by the way, build everything from. So, you know, we could hide this, move it more inside, a little bit out. Just a little bit. Needs to go lower. Good. Now, this one I need to copy multiple times. And do the same thing on the other side here. Not what I wanted. No, that's ugly, and this is exactly it. Now, what I need to do is check the middle part. This one. And actually put it in a way that it will be like 50-50. The problem right now is that you can see the bits of artifacting there with the light. As it recalculates, it messes up everything, but it's not gonna look like that, hopefully, from the back. Oh, definitely didn't want to have this in. And we gotta do the same thing here on top. Most likely just like that. Yeah, this is okay. I'm gonna be happy with this. So this whole group, let's exit it and save as blueprint. This is gonna be blueprint for food shops, drink shops, blueprint tags, food shops, species tags, there's nothing. And it's gonna be for... Ooh, vending machine. Vending Machine. Shell. A shell for vending machine. Good. Now let's move all of this in here. Is it that maybe, just maybe, there could be something else? That there could be... Oh, I have to move this down. Probably a little bit up, so that it's possible to get them out of there if I this is okay. Like, you know, I don't need to, but if I decide that, hey, it's might be the best course of action. The problem here is that you can't really move this freely, so this is like stuck here. But fine. Do we have police around it? Yeah, kinda. See how many people actually get something. Looks busy. Okay, it's too busy. It is too busy. So if I can always rebuild this. I'm gonna need a few more. By the way, did the game just start lagging a little bit? I don't like what the keeper is doing with these. It's like the keeper should be here every month, and he's been there, but he just didn't clean anything. Is it that I need an additional keeper? Probably so. Okay, vendors are maxed out, caretakers are maxed out, security guards are maxed out. What we're gonna need is upgrade some of the keepers. Problem is that I don't have enough money to sustain them. You can see that this is 4,000 extra this year. Not great. If I were to upgrade all the keepers, would end up is about to inbreed. Okay, so Zhenzhen, you are with Delun. Did I get you a good male, a good female? Oh, you're 2 years old. Wait, what? So first of all, the Bayard appears. If I have Tenok, Sitli, this one is okay. But like the one here, this one can definitely be sent to the trade center. Let's take a look at more of these animals. Lynxes. Wow, there's so many lynxes. Okay. Now the pandas. The one that wanted to frickin' breed was Zhenzhen. Zhenzhen is too good. I think it's time to get rid of the loon and let's take a, if I take a look at Zhenzhen, Sure. Sibling is the loon and Jalian is a parent. Should probably get rid of her. Jinjin is overall green. Well, let's release them to the wild. And what was wrong? One of them couldn't be released to the wild, which is Jinjin. And is it because she's pregnant or what is this? Into the trade center. Okay. Alright, alright, alright. There was too many of them, by the way, anyway. Let's take a look at the animal trading now. Too many lynxes still. We have this one Aardvark who is a female, so we still need the male Aardvark. Good. This one is solid, but I don't want to spend so much on him. Let's adopt this one. Alright, a few more things, a few more drinks somewhere around here. So, for example, here should be this machine, followed by this Gulpy, and there can be blueprints on top of it. Vending machine shell. Good. Could add a few of them probably in here. That could be fine. Facilities, and once again, could be Gulpy here. And this. This is like too big, but that looks so freaking bad. Probably want to move this. This is okay. Significantly better. Where could I put the last one? Probably somewhere around the tapirs. Maybe I could fit one here. Let's take a look. If I take the blueprints and try to put it here, will it be fine? Yeah, it looks okay. Looks okay. Doesn't touch the back. Doesn't grow into the stairs. So facilities, and once again vending machines. Do we have like a vending machine? We have. And there could be a vending machine for I guess Gulpy. Should maybe move it a little bit to the side, and this one too, so that under the roof. Alright then. So I have to check this as well. Prices 325, 325, 75, sorry. Still about to inbreed because we did not unpause this. Should be moving these always a little bit further from each other. $225 and 75. If I take a look at the security cameras, are they always in the range? No. So, for example, they can vandalize this, so definitely nothing like that. We have to go to Vince security and build a security camera right here. How's the challenge going, by the way? They're up at 9%. I need these to mature. Animal trading, still. We have the Aardvarks. We have this one. I could trade this for about 40. The red panda. Zhenzhen. Why? If I take a look at here, in here. This is Pangu. So Pangu. Inbreeding. The thing is that Zhenzhen is a really, really good panda. She's a really, really good female. So I guess that Zhenzhen will stay here. Zhenzhen will be the one to female to wait here, and Pangu will be the one to be released to the wild. And I could try and get another red panda. We need some okay male. Immunity 0. This one looks fine. Let's send him here. We have some salamanders. All of them seem okay, so I'm gonna get rid of probably the oldest one. And we have, again, problem with the iguanas, who are at the bottom. I'm still getting just to make me happy. So, Xinline, Zhenzhen. Where are... So, Zhenzhen is actually not that bad, but why? Because she's pregnant or something. Not sure whether it's probably that she's pregnant. But Jalia is pregnant, fine, great. I probably could actually I once again click on Shenzhen. I could just move her. Could just move her here. I want to take part in the daily challenge. Like there's a bunch of them. There's some. God. The foul. There's so many of those. This one's good. They are fairly solid though. So this one, I actually do prefer the other. Mishka is pretty not great, but you are awesome. You are pretty good too. Love this one. Not great. Wow, you're good. Okay, so we have probably a new mating couple, I guess. Yeah, these are... There's something wrong with these. This one's good. This one's okay. Probably want to have the both of these beers here. Probably... I maybe want to get rid of this one. And frankly, I'm gonna send all of these into the trading center. Sent to the trade center. Everything that I can could be sent to the trade center. And animal trading. Now I should have this one. This one can be released to the wild. Then. Yeah, sure. Not much happened. What's going on? Welfare, social. There's too many of you again. Oh my god. Water. I would like to set this like automatically, but it's a bit of a problem. If I take a look at these, they're not great. Like this female is definitely better, but this one isn't. Yeah, those aren't that great. So let's release them to the wild. 344. Solid. What's wrong? Enrichment. You need some more toys again. Did you just... To give you something underwater. And water jet enrichment, for example. Here. Probably could give them a tire. At the bottom somewhere. But you know what? Let's give them rubber ducks. Should be much happier. A little bit. A little bit. Now, how about those animals? I really want them to be... I really want to have some adults. I should probably complete the Aardvark thing before that. So... let's start with this. Aardvark, and they need about 200 meters. I know that I said that I want to avoid African animals, but I don't really count aardvarks as the stereotypical. Back to bug fixing in a bit. Good for you. I thought like that you're a bit done, so you got more feedback. Sorry, I'll be back in about a minute. Alright, I'm back, and yeah, sent out a few people, and they found minor things, mostly syntax stuff. I don't really pay attention to the text from the contract, so some sound weird now. Oh, okay. If you want some help with it, you know, let me know. If you would like me to, for example, proofread anything that is syntactically in English, but not really like syntax in programming language, I'll be happy to help. So you know, if you have those texts in some file or something, send it over Discord, and I can take a look at it if you would like to. Right. Now the Aardvarks, they want just a small one. Yeah. And they usually live once again 1 to 2. So just a couple. So let's start with barriers. There should be a gate, always. And I want to do it like this. Followed by what is probably gonna be a snapped 20 meters along this one. Gotta... Huh. Maybe I should make it... This one will be 15. 15 meters there. Probably brick. Followed by 20 meters back. Glass. And some more glass. Now, let's take a look at those aardvarks, because do they need something stronger? Like, if I take a look at the habitat, they need grade 2 and half a meter. They need just half a meter. Let's be happy then. And let's lower everything to a meter. Haha, that's the first one. The doors now look ridiculous. This is ridiculous. And focus on getting it working first, which it does. Now it's all around aesthetics. Okay. Yeah, you know, whatever. If that's the only thing that I could potentially help you with. So if you like that, you can send it to me. If you don't, you know, I'm okay. I'm not gonna beg for unpaid jobs. Reminds me that I should check an email. That I should check my email. Nothing. Okay. I said close. Opera once again decided not to be closed. Sometimes it just does this, and I'm like, why? What's wrong? Yeah, it just refuses to close. Interesting. The original mod was contract pack specific, so a lot of names are hardcoded into the text. Oh. Not with the database reference quote. I never really thought of that. Oh. Yeah. I guess it's easier to create than if you have to have the whole database and everything around it. Makes sense. Wow, there's so many pandas here. I'm gonna have to get rid of a few of them. Because they're gonna be unhappy in a while. Also here. Wow, all of these are... So I need to get rid of this female. Because she's just too old. And among the males, this one is the weakest one. And let's take a look if we have 2x2 right now then. So, boa constrictor. Animals 2. That means that there should be 2 in here. Right. And we have both females. Damn it. So move here. Which is gonna be followed by moving probably Francesco to here. You can put in a name in text in 2 ways. You either use the name in plain text. I use the database reference, like homeworld. Now, after converting it, it can, in theory, be used in any planetary pack. Okay. All that's needed is to change the coordinates of airfields under the planet. Sorry. In under the planet pack. Really sorry. I'm gonna need a coffee in about an hour. Yeah, I guess like when you make it easier for yourself, you actually make it more difficult for everyone else, right? Desert. Let's probably actually combine African desert with grassland, so we have like a proper sub-Saharan area. But before that, do they need water? How much water do they need? They don't need that much water, so I'm probably just gonna give them something like this. Get really deep. How deep can this go? Wait, what? How? Can I go? Wait, what? I'm lucky this mod had a public domain license. Good. Most don't. I was stuck with a mod made with like a foresight. Yeah, of course you can theoretically ask the dev to change this as you previously did. Right? I'm a little bit confused. I thought there was a limit. We're still going deeper and deeper. I think we reached the bottom. Nope, we didn't. What's the depth of this? Okay, if this was a Unity game, we'd be already at the bottom and the whole system would be crashing right now. Journey to the center of the earth, yeah. You know, I've decided that it's oh. It starts to lag, by the way. Quite a bit. I've decided to put in the what's the heat pump. I've decided to put in a heat pump. And most likely start mining coal as well. You could try to learn monkeys too. Coal. And diamonds. We're in India, there are no diamonds. We are at the bottom! No way. No way. Okay. Am I? Okay, this is the bottom. So welcome to the bottom of the map of Planet Zoo. You can't go any deeper. Let me just make sure. You can't go any deeper than this. So let's try to get up. How long will this take? Wow, this is gonna be a problem. Doesn't really want to go up anymore. That's a long one. That's a long trip. And we're up. And now let's do the most stupid thing and fill it with water. And we're done. Ha! I just crashed it. All right. All right. I did not expect that. The game has some stability issues. Let's see. I hope that it's saved, because I didn't save for a while. I didn't save it before. I didn't realize that it could actually crash. So I'm gonna try to do one another thing. I'm gonna try to add water one by one. Like, or, you know, not one by one, but I'm gonna try and add... I'm gonna try and add water, like, I don't know, 5, 10, 20 meters, one by one. Yeah, the irony is there. No! My hole! I have to dig my hole again. You know what? Let's save it. And let's dig again. I want to see if I can crash it again. Probably somewhere else. Probably gonna dig it like 3 and... Let's go. If I recall correctly, the price is gonna get significantly lowered once we reach the bottom. Like, the increase is gonna slow down. The worst thing is that I have to just hold it and not move my hand at all. We reached the bottom, you can see it. We reached the bottom now. So let's start with the filter. And can I get the wait. What? Okay. Good. If you press S, it can actually, like, teleport you outside. And that's what happened right now. So this is kind of too deep. And too straight compared to the previous one. But we are at the bottom. We are at the bottom. Let's try it again. Clean water. Works. Nope. Okay, I'm happy with this. I'm gonna post this on Reddit. And complain about the stability of the game. How shit coded it is. And now the game doesn't want to start. Good. The game started. Let's resume with Mirror Park. And let's see if the hole survived. Because if the hole survived, I'm afraid there might be an issue. Another thing is that you might, quite possibly, build a whole park that is underground with different levels. Now, I would be curious if the animals actually... I'm gonna try with some... I'm gonna try after these aardvarks. I'm gonna try at the end. I'm gonna get myself some coffee, and then I'm gonna experiment with this. So, for example, if you can actually build just an underground layer for animals or not. Like, you could theoretically build a system of caves that no one would ever be able to leave and have all the animals in the world in there. I wonder what the temperature would be. If it actually kept the temperature as it often does. Okay, I need to take a look at at these. Wait, that was significantly before. No, 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 no. Not how we roll. So I can get like a younger model for her. And here. That's a good male. That's not a great male. I think she's good, but this one is too old now. Wait, I could actually, like, these two are okay. This one is already too old, so let's get rid of these two. That's something I did before, but apparently the game's, the original save was a little bit after. If I take a look in here, yeah, I'll have to move him here. And then move, probably her. Good. I am definitely overestimating the possibilities of the game. That's what I want to test. Afterwards, in the sandbox, I want to see if I dig too much, when it's gonna crash. Is it gonna crash? Like, if I dig really deep and I add just a little bit of water, is it gonna crash? If I make multiple little puddles there, is it gonna crash? I understand that this is some of the testing that their beta testers should, or beta testers, they paid testers, but I'm also not sure if the company actually had paid testers. There's not that many companies that do paid testing nowadays. To some people it might be surprising, but plenty of companies actually use community as beta testers. And they don't hire proper testers, which used to be a fairly seeked upon position by the companies themselves, because if you knew what you're doing, it's more important. But it actually seems that right now, a lot of shite. Like, what? That I don't like it. Yeah, even Microsoft did away. Like, it is, I don't like where this is going. Like, the companies are actually removing the very basic Q&A that they got, that they had. And that's not good. And the products they're gonna be releasing are gonna just suck at the beginning. Simple as that. They are. For they will need input of the community and outside testers. Usually from India. It also takes away that's the thing, right? It doesn't take away the responsibility from the company. That's like one of the expectations, but it doesn't. If you put out a shit product, your company is still, you know, responsible for the product. And if you say like, oh, but we didn't have internal Q&A, we just did an external Q&A, it's their fault. Everybody who's got at least, you know, a few functional brain cells is gonna react in a way. It doesn't matter if the Q&A is yours or not. What matters is that you sent a shitty product to the Q&A. The Q&A did a shitty job, but you still started with a shitty product and you decided to sell it. At least in terms of customers it won't. Oh yeah, it's a right, right. Like if you're officially saying that it's a testing version, but that's not, for example, what Microsoft does with Windows. Microsoft does it with Windows at the start. For example, Windows 11 had this issue, but you know everybody understood. Like, hey, yeah, sure, it's Windows 11. We can get it. We started early. Jinjin, and who's the male here? Is it Jabo? Okay, if I take a look at Jabo here, or maybe Yonguri. Is Yonguri related to Shaolan? Parents, Shaolan. Damn it! Panda. But you know, later on, once it's an official release, you are responsible yourself. And we're gonna go from testing version to testing version. Yeah, every software is gonna be early access. It's just another thing where they cut corners where they shouldn't. As I got angry a few times before. Okay, Chongkun looks fine. Chongkun is actually a good one. So Chongkun and Ushi. Is he related to Ushi? No. I can keep Chongkun and Ushi. Panda. Chongkun and Ushi, and who is your maid, by the way? Pangu. Pangu. And oh, so I should be able. I should sell her or release her to the wild. I'm probably gonna release all of these and keep the two ones that are young because they shouldn't be related, I think. Like a lot of software companies are not doing proper Q&A. A lot of software companies are doing the testing versions, and another thing is that they are too much reliant on community for minor patches and for localization as well. And this is really prominent in gaming industry. I'm not gonna say that like Microsoft does this in significant manner. Well, if I recall correctly, Microsoft actually used community translation for Visual Basic Studio. Like, you have Windows in Czech, you have Office in Czech, but they didn't have Visual Studio at one point at a time in Czech, and they used community translation that was there for free. And one of the largest companies in the world wasn't able to actually afford proper translation of a software that is generally used. Hate it. Hate just the idea of it. Just the idea of it. They don't live in burrows. Wow, you're a big one. Don't you have a smaller one? Could potentially have it like this, but not a big fan. Not a big fan. My wife is slowly turning into a software engineer. Very, very slowly. Very, very slowly. She's mostly a tester now. But you know, she's giving inputs as well, and they recognize the changes that need to be made because of her. But what she usually is pretty angry about is using, or gets angry about, is using Oracle software. And because they use Oracle software, they need to use the SQL variant for Oracle, and that, you know, the courses for Oracle SQL are not that present online as MySQL or General SQL. And if you have these specific Oracle SQL courses, they're like 2,000, 3,000 bucks. And even though the company would like to pay, wouldn't mind paying it for her, she doesn't want to do that because that's a lot of pressure. Like if the company actually pays, you know, 1.5 to 2 months salaries for your course that you don't really learn that much from, then it's wasted money. Tesla does it too. Wow. Okay. Push out the beta software versions. They at least call them beta, at least, which comes with a warning. And at least they explain the reason why. Because it is a world of difference between getting software working on one car and a test environment compared to a million cars, all in different circumstances and environments. Yeah, and if it's like the Tesla actually uses, because I think they do, they actually use artificial intelligence, or at least machine learning to a degree, then of course they want to push it out to as many devices as they can. If they get just a little bit of data from every single one of them, there are definitely advantages to doing this, but you need to know that, hey, this is beta. You are testing things for free. And in terms of cars, no shit, you're putting yourself in danger for free. They push a beta and cars data from that software goes back through the cloud to Tesla. Yeah, to use tweak fix bugs. Exactly. I like this. No, this shouldn't be. I like this, but I don't want to do the rest. Jetty betting support. I'm gonna keep it there. Now, somebody once told me. It's an aardvark. That's Central Africa, so nature, filters, biome, should be grassland, and should be desert, continent, Africa. Probably let's start with the desert ones. Terrarium floor quiver tree. Oh, I remember this one from the zoo. I do. How about I put you a little bit just like that. Kept it. Heater cooler. No way. Do that doesn't no. Oh, dragon's blood. I remember you as well. Very similar plant. I'll have to learn more about these plants. Don't want some palms here. I'll rather have these trees. Sudanese. Yeah, sure. Bring it. Probably could use one just like there. Yeah, maybe just there to hide a little bit of the wall. And salt cedar bush. Don't like the color. I like you. I want a smaller version of you. Definitely gonna move this a little bit. Alright then. It looks acceptable. You read that Musk bought almost 10% of Twitter. No, that sounds like bullshit. Can you buy specifically Twitter? About 9.2% of Twitter. Like, sorry, but there's my issue here right now. Like, every single time you have news around the 1st of April, I'm always just very suspicious. Shares of Twitter soared 25%. Ah. Yeah. I believe that Musk is gonna be one of those people who wouldn't mind actually buying Twitter just to remove every single limitation that Twitter has. It's like weirdly short. Coconut palm. Aloe vera medium. I want a small one. Probably not around the river, right? Could be anywhere here and here. Now, gotta take some rocks as well, but before that, let me paint the terrain, because these animals, they're gonna love some long grass. Definitely long grass around here, and probably around water as well. Point, of course. There is gonna be some fine sand in the water. And just around here too. Now there's gonna be a lot of sand everywhere here. And I'm not saying it's wrong. Like, I can with clear conscience say that I don't really care about Twitter. Twitter is something that doesn't really bother me. It doesn't interest me. It's for me. It's something where I post some things from the game because sometimes someone can see it and it's part of like a modern thing. And I understand why people care about it because there is an aspect of Twitter that's very, let's say, easily used for marketing. And there should be some coarse sand all over the place here. Doesn't look half bad, does it? Poor wokers. Free speech is gonna mean exactly that again, and not what I think should be able to say form of free speech. Yeah, once again, I think we covered it a few weeks back when I talked about this with an acquaintance of mine, and he was like, "Oh yeah, free speech, free speech." I'm like, "Yeah, sure, but you know, there's a difference between being able to, like how to say this. I wonder how I should translate this. Uh, yeah, being there's a difference in Czech. In Czech, there is no difference between these two words, more or less. So there is a difference between being insulted and between being outraged. And when someone does something that's supposed to outrage people, yeah, that sucks. But when someone does something that's insulting, general insulting, that's something else. The problem is that today, plenty of people see things as black and white, and they think that when something actually insults you, or when you insult someone, that they don't have the right to be insulted because it's like they get triggered, they get outraged. That's minimized. On the other hand, of course, plenty of people think that anything that is a little bit outrageous to them is also insulting, and it's not. So there's this duality which always comes from the United States. It's super weird, but simply put, the United States as a country based on two systems that have been there for a long time. It's a political system, it's a social system, it's the system of inside and out, so political system, you have the Democrats and Republicans. Social system, you have always had the poor and the rich. The middle class in the United States has always been a bit weird. Usually they behaved like they were the rich. That's one of the things. Then you have the external politics, which are always us and them. It's our allies and our opposition. It's never neutral countries and so on. There is this deep duality in the people in the United States. Plenty of people in the United States. Plenty of people. And this duality comes to the rest of the world via social media, via media in general. And plenty of people then have trouble actually realizing that world is not black and white. Some things are black and white. Some things are. If you and that's the trouble, like realizing which parts of the world are black and white and which aren't. There is not just an evil. There's levels of evil. Divide and conquer works. Yesterday, a friend of mine shared an interview with an ex KGB agent. This interview was from 1984. He went to the U.S., stayed there, escaped the USSR, Soviet Union, and he described what was the goal of KGB. 85% of all the resources in KGB didn't go into um, espionage, as people think of it, ripping nails and doing James Bond stuff. No. 85% was actually into subterfuge or subverge. So their goal was to actually undermine the belief in other countries. Of course, at that time, the major goal was to get people to communism, but that was like stage 2 and 3. Stage 1 was more or less very simple. You put in so much information and different information that are partially true that people will stop being that people will actually stop being able to recognize what is true. And even if you provide them with facts and tangible proofs, they will still believe that there is, there's two sides of the coin and so on and so on. There are two sides of the coin, but sometimes the one side is okay and the other side is just fell into shit, and you don't want to deal with it. And the fact that you're saying like, okay, yeah, sure, doesn't work like that. And I think that we partially got to the point where people have plenty of these problems that they don't want to recognize when something is a fact. And when you combine it with a division of black and white, that actually creates people who are not just unable, not just unwilling, but also unable to to change their opinion, to see things, to change their opinions. He actually described it fairly simply. If you told them that there are gulags, they wouldn't believe you. If you showed them pictures of gulags, They wouldn't believe you. If you took them to a gulag, they wouldn't believe you. They would think it was staged. The only thing that these people would believe would be if the Soviet boot would actually kick their asses and put them into gulag for a long time, and then they would believe it. It's like super weird, and this can be applied to so many things today. Not just Russia. This was just Russia example. I think okay, no. Use these. Split up the population into as many us versus them groups. Yes. Um, that's the standard divide and conquer tactic. And as a state, you only need to deal with small groups. It works like that in democracy, communism, and dictatorship. The problem is that it shouldn't work like that in communism, right? It works like that in dictatorships. Like in communism, it shouldn't work like that. Communism should be like one large group, and you ideally create the largest group that's possible. But you create other divisions, and that's why communism doesn't really work. That's why communism always turns into communist dictatorships, or at least can't at least. Oh, were you our firstlings? Yes, you were. We're our firstlings. Okay then. Let's move. Let's call it that, and let's take a look at all these linkses. So, do we have a baby anywhere in here? We have plenty of babies. So who survived here? How old are you, by the way? 12 years old. Damn it. So let's move you to rehome. No, no, no. Let's move you to... Oh, you're too old to be traded, aren't you? Okay, let's put in, what are you? Male or female? You are a male, so let's give you some female from one of the areas. We have a new young female here, and we could move her here. Now, from all of this, Hungary. Infertile. Okay, so let's take Boris. In theory, democracy doesn't work either, which is why we altered into parliamentary monarchies and republics. If you take democracy in its purest form, you have a form of mod rule. If 50% plus 1, yes. I think your house would be better suited for someone else, you would lose it. It's why we put restrictions to mob rule. Yes. Also, this only works like really strict democracy, 100% democracy, only works in small communities. That's why it worked in some places, in plenty of places in Greece, because you didn't have cities that were generally larger than 5,000. Like 5,000 people is still a lot, but you know, if you have 500 people, then it's possible to actually have a dialogue and talk about things. If you have 5 million, you can't. That's why we have representation. We also had to scale it up. For a simple reason, it is impossible not to scale it up. Nikolai. Let's move Nikolai here. Now, I'm gonna keep one of the animals right there, and I should also move probably one of the babies from here. Like, for example, Roman or Yurli. Which one of you is better? Roman or Yurli? I'm gonna just call him Yuri. Roman or Yuri? Roman, not great fertility. Where's your brother? Beautifully. Oh, the same, more or less. 4,200. Roman is 4,200. Is the same. So probably gonna move Roman to here. Guess. Guess. And I should start selling animals if I can from here. Oh, they are I still can't sell anything. Damn it. They're still too young. Everything's too young. Do they age in there? Huh. See. They can't even call elections democratic. Well, sure, we can vote freely, sure. However, the people we can vote for are pre-selected by the governing body as a party. It's a list of you are deep enough in our camp, you will do as the party says. Yes and no to the first part. Yes to the second part. You can call them democratic elections. Once, as you mentioned, freely, sure. However, the people can vote for pre-selected by the governing body. That's why we changed from, in plenty of places, from you vote for specific people, which is now, for example, in the Czech Republic only for the Senate, but the lower chamber, and I think in England is it's also it's hereditary, right? But in lower chamber, you vote for the party itself because you cannot have pure democracy on the scale of millions of people. You just can't. So you are trying to create parties that would actually give people enough common ground to flock into the party itself. I think it's still fairly democratic. It's of course not at 100%. Like, yeah, plenty of times you get politicians that you don't want to. Uh, this, for example, happened right now. These elections in the Czech Republic, because you can circle people or cross them out, and we had the coalition of mayors, or the party of mayors, and the party of and the Pirate Party. They were in coalition, and previously mayors had about, I think, 6 people in the it's not governance. 6 MPs or congressmen, whatever you want to call it, MPs, members of parliament, and Pirates had like 12. So there was double. They had 2/3 of the budget, and so on and so on. And right now, um the mayors have like 36, and the Pirates have 3 or 4, for a simple reason. The mayor's electorate learned to circle people. So they circled every single possible mayor up. And even though they actually didn't do that much work, they didn't pay enough, they just crossed out the pirate party, because the pirates officially said, "Hey, don't circle people. We're in coalition, so if you really want to circle just a few, or from both parties." Well, the second party didn't really do that. So there is a mechanism to keep politicians that you want in and politicians that you want out. That happened many times in here, exactly with specific politicians. But the thing is that your own party needs to, and I mean your electorate is of your own party needs to work on that. Very, or plenty of times it happened here that the party wanted to put in someone who was generally disliked, and they put them like in the first or second position. That that's common, and because he's a powerful persona, or she's a powerful persona in the party, and people actually crossed them out. They didn't get to the parliament. They still had some position, but the only way for them was to wait for another 4 years. And this was a you could call it a political murder of killing of at least 2 or 3 major politicians that I know of. Over here, the chairman of a party has the final say over who gets for the voting list. In here, no. And you can argue the use of parties. But once one person can veto someone, yeah, that's exactly. Being on a voting list, democracy stops in my book. I agree. So there's a different system in your country than in mine. In here, the chairman, there is one party where it works. But that's party of one person, and we all know that it's not really a democratic party. That's another thing. But in normal parties, in the rest of the parties, which is like 7 or 8 parties, you have these local groups which are for every single region. We have about 13 regions, I think. So they actually semi-democratically or democratically, with once again within like the leadership of the local group, which is usually 10 people, decides on, hey, what's the position of these people, and they do it like that. And if someone doesn't like it from the headquarters, they can just go fuck themselves. This happened a few times, that literally they said, yeah, it's our internal thing. The state level has nothing to do with our internal level, so go F yourselves. Even if a party goes into government, its ministers can be called to order back by the party chairman. Yep. Of course, yeah, that's here. It's not for the ministers. They can actually call them, but they can refuse. That's one of the thing. The only thing they can't refuse is the prime minister. If the prime minister doesn't ask them, prime minister as their immediate boss just sacks them. That's it. Like, every single country has a different system. Freaking Buffalo. Every single country has a slightly different system. Some of them are more democratic in some aspects. Some of them are less democratic in other aspects. It's hard to say that, you know, there are what is the best democracy and so on. Some people say that, for example, sure. Some people say that, for example, Swiss have one of the best democracies because they have a lot of referendums. I'm not sure about the rest, though. Having some referendums is great, but what we saw with Brexit, where the heck it can lead if you make major decisions based on referendums, because you like when politicians are not responsible for lying, then they can say whatever they want. They can change the outcomes. We have presidential elections in here that are that the current president actually won his first year or the first elections with the help of completely full of lies article that someone paid in the news, and it was in the largest newspaper, and someone just paid for it, you know, as usually there's like, oh, I don't know, go for this company is great, we're selling this, and there was an article about the opponent for the president candidate, and they were like, oh yeah, he has a castle in Germany and it's full of Nazi symbolism, and they took a picture from a museum of Nazi horrors. Like, come on, man, come on. It's not like he is actually a Nazi or something. If you have a museum of Nazi horrors, and once again, it's full of lies, and once you decide on this, well, if you go into the government, become a minister, you represent everyone, not just the electorate of the party you come from. Yes and no. You represent everyone, but you also represent the people that got you there more. Like, who are we kidding? You represent people who got you there more. For a simple reason. You are like-minded. The people... if you are right-wing... If you are, like, right-wing, I mean economically, and some people, 25% of the population wants to do left-wing stuff, then you are not eligible to do the left-wing stuff because you don't agree with it. You're gonna kill it anyway. Yeah, it's possible that Belgium has a very specific set overall. You mentioned different parliaments, different jurisdictions, different levels of autonomies. Belgium is a very specific thing. I think the same comes with, for example, the UK, where UK is a weird combination of we have a queen who doesn't have really so much power, but she has luckily she I don't mean luckily because once again she doesn't have a lot of political power, but what she has is a lot of social power. So if she says this is BS, the majority of the country is gonna be this is BS. We agree with the queen. The queen is moral authority, and that's great. But on the other hand, they also have House of Commons, which is very often full of weird people. It's based on local elections, and I just love LG in the house. And the last thing is that they have this thing that's supposed to be like keeper of faith, I would say, and that's the House of Lords, which is inherited. You can't have that many new lords. But I also agree in effect that like it's a weird combination of things. It's not really democratic because you have the House of Lords, but the House of Lords work democratically and they can actually work against the, let's say, stupid things that the latest government could try to pull off. Who knows? So they have 0 enrichment, but... No! Why don't you like sand? You're supposed to be from deserts. Damn it, so you need more short grass. Terrain? I click on you and do terrain. Short grass, they need more long grass. Okay. Gonna give you some long grass around these areas. Good, we have enough. Some short grass now. Kinda gonna need probably some fish in there. Need a little bit more of long grass though. Okay, they need soil. So let's give them soil, light soil here, and probably heavy soil. A little bit with the sand, well. Probably gonna have to use a lot of soil in here to limit. Don't want to. Okay, good. Terrain is fine. Done. No, 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 no. Do you see the navigate? Ah. So. Damn it. I have to do this by 2 meters. Straight. Then there's gonna be 20 meters this way. Followed by 2 meters. Like that. And I definitely want this here. Now, I have to move all of this a little bit back. And a little bit to the front. A little bit. And this is, I'll have to do this for every single item here. Okay, good. That should be fine. But then what I described is, he's going, I ran away from Africa to get away from sand. Give me grass, peasant. Yeah, most likely. Most likely. They need enrichment, but I don't know what kind of enrichment they like. That's one of the issues. This is gonna go to 100%. Social space is gonna go to 100%. Nutrition, we don't know what the anything about the quality for these guys. So I have to research this. I should also, before I forget it, take a look at these and train. Should probably train some keepers to be better. For example, this one. This one needs to be better. This is okay. This is okay. This is okay. This is okay. Everything is top tier. Good. So, habitat. Let's take some species and aardvark. Forage. I think I'm gonna give them a barrel here. There's a barrel. There's a scent enrichment. And some rubbing. Next to the tree. Gonna slow feeder too. And maybe a sprinkler. Maybe I'll give you a sprinkler here. And move the slow feeder somewhere away from the sprinkler. That could be okay. Food enrichment, we have some. That means that we're gonna need feeding station, and there's gonna be a large ball right here. There's gonna be only 2 of you. 100, 100, 100. Immediately, and space. Yes, good. Oh! New animals. Right, nobody cares about pandas. Why would you care about pandas when you have aardvarks? The majority of the people don't even know that animal like this exists. Habitat. Oh no, facilities. Gotta add those media devices. So, animal talk point. Gonna be somewhere in here. There's gonna be a donation box as well later on. When I was at school, our school is named after one of the famous Czech authors, Bohumil Hrabal. It's like from he would be like a digger, you know, someone who digs with hands. And the name of this animal is a hrabač, so someone who actually digs with hands, like an animal that digs with hands. And I wanted our school to actually adopt one of these at the local zoo, and it didn't work out. But I found it interesting that there was this coincidence there. And I like aardvarks. I could actually take a look. Oh, let's take a look at the Prague Zoo Facebook as always. Prague Zoo and Hrabač. Aardvark. Oh yeah, they have a... Wow, they have some news. This is a good one. Oh yeah, they had a new animal there. I'm gonna download this picture. I like it. Save image as. If I recall correctly, they are night creatures, more or less. So just a moment. Documents. Wait, it is Frontier Developments, Planet Zoo, User Media, and this is gonna be Aardvark 01. And I'm gonna put a whole copy of one of the things that I have by the wolves. So, do I have it as a blueprint? TV wall. Yeah, I have it as a blueprint. Good. Should be able to put it here somewhere. Maybe right next to the... right on the edge. Blueprints. TV wall. Turn it around. No, not a fan of that. Probably in here. I don't like it here. And let's put in Aardvark. Yeah, that's the proxy image. Even with some enrichment. I think it's new male. They actually had a baby last year. Yeah, just a side note. I love the Aardvark cartoons from the Pink Panther crew. Really? There are Aardvark cartoons? Aardvark cartoon. Pink Panther. Oh! I didn't realize that was an Aardvark. Like, I still think that it's more of an anteater than an aardvark, but I understand why they chose the name, that it's ant and the aardvark. Okay. I didn't even know that. Like, we never... Pink Panther as a TV show, the animated one, was never really aired in here, like, regularly. And gonna need a few more things. So, first of all, not link seating, but Aardvark, no music, no music, and November. I'm gonna have to add this to work zones, and this is herbivore center, isn't it? Yep, herbivore center. Oh, I'm gonna have to add some engineers. Probably so, just like engineering part. Stuff RQing, sure. So November, and this one is set for August. Good. It's okay. Is it green? It's green. It's 90%. Facilities, and I'm gonna need some donations. Because I'm gonna need some dough. One in here. Could be on. Like, I noticed that like plenty of things that were the older animated shows actually never aired in here in the 90s. Or never aired. They didn't air that much. One of those, like Tintin. I've seen Tintin when I was like 15 as the first time. I knew the Smurfs, obviously. I knew the Pink Panther as well, but Tintin, that completely missed this country. Or completely, that pretty much missed this country. Facility is without power. Can I? No. No. Okay, let's take a look at this. Power. Water is okay. Power. Ah. So let's move it. Okay, this should be okay. Should be fine. Yeah, exactly. One of your national treasures. Like, I know that Belgium was always great on drawing and at least the old comics. And that when I was younger, I mistook some of them for French. Because they were in French. Plenty of time. Or at least they were imported in French, not in English or anything like that. But that was when I was younger. Like, we had a lot of weird stuff ourselves. One of the two of the things that I remember, and actually people know to a degree. Why is that? Why is there this? Oh yeah, wrong. Wait, what? Okay, yeah. Um, there was there's this Polish show which is strictly Polish. Like if someone knows this from the West, I would be really surprised. The same applies to this one. That's a Czech one with two rabbits. But what I found out is kind of international. Was um these two morons made it international. Simple reason, they never talk. And I found out that my brother-in-law, who is from Jordan, actually knows them. The thing is that the name is Pat Amat in Czech, but he knows them as Ringo and Zingo, which I found super super fun. And like, wow, okay, like that's something I grew up on, and they actually managed to go international. But that was like the only Czech one. And they are the essence of any Czech home improver. Anyone who says I'm good with tools, that is the essence of it. These two guys. I've met so many people who were older people who were literally like this. All right, so Aardvarks done. Yeah, sure. Probably gonna have to add that one mechanic. So let's take staff, let's hire a mechanic. And we have a new one who's gonna be in a new work zone. So let's create him, let's create a new work zone for it. And that work zone is gonna be these. No, that's not what I wanted. No, that's not what I wanted. This thing, and these two. Followed by this thing. I said this thing. And this thing as well. So there is, you know, someone who takes care of the power. Okay, and this one will be like a engineering network. Good. So we have engineering network, and we're gonna put in the new mechanic. Engineering network. Right. Fight due to overcrowding. Okay. So let's go one by one. And once again, remove some of them. So for example, Lydia and Boris. Boris is injured. Okay. So Boris should be, like, sent away. Can I... let's go through here. Too many animals right now. I'm kind of gonna have to get rid of one of these as well. So this one is the younger one. Gotta send him to the trade center. That's okay, that's okay. Wow, that's so many lynxes. Oh, otters. So many. Ushu. Kana, Yongre, Chugrun. Is Yushu somehow related to Chugrun? No. I should get rid of this red panda, Yongre. And let's take a look at those lynxes. Wolves are okay, it seems. This one, gotta get rid of this one. Lynx is as said. Lynx. And by maturity. So we have Boris and Vasily. Boris and Vasily should be moved to the trade center. Lydia, Marina, Kolya, Alyosha. For example, Kolya isn't great. I kind of don't want Kolya, but I definitely want Alyosha. I want Nadezhda, I want her there, but I might not actually want these two girls. Because they're kind of weak. Valentina. Oh, that's a good one. Valentina is really good. Alyosha is great. I like her. Dimitri. Not for Dmitri. Not for Egor. These two. Okay. Andrei. Don't like him. Then we have Yuri. Roman. Roman is okay. So we have 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2. I only left two of those things. So Kolya is gonna be the next one. And I need one more solid male. Who is like a good male? Probably... No, Bogdana is a female. Should probably keep Andrei here. The rest should be sent to the center. So, let's do it like this. And let's send everyone to the trade center. And now let's see. This is weird. This is a bit too much. So, links and by maturity. So we have Kolya. I could try and put Kolya, for example, to the first one. Oh, it doesn't. Oh my god, that's stupid. Oh. Kolya. We have Kolya. Alyosha. Move him to the second one. Doesn't work. I have to do this one by one, and every single time I have to do this. Alyosha. Now, Nadezhda could go to Kolya. Gonna have to do this a few more times. Then we have the next one is Sonia, who's gonna go here. Only 4 more. Andrei, who's gonna go here. Links, Eurasian. We have Andrei. Sonia could go with Andrei probably. She's a little bit older, so should be fine. Links. Who's next? Sonia, Andrei. And we have Roman and Valentina. Gonna find her on the V. Valentina, where are you? Here you are. Okay. So that should cover a few things, and animal trading would be ready in a moment. Now, animal cannot be released to the wild. What if I... You can't rehome. Right. Trade for 50. Trade. Trade for... It's probably better to release them to the wild. It's immediate. That's the advantage. Animal trading. Can't release to the wild because it's too young. Everything else is too young. The tapir could be released to the wild as well. Did I get any point in here, for example, now? Okay, I released 3. Alright then, now I'm gonna have to check all the peacocks. Because this is gonna hurt. These are okay. I'm happy with these, but I kinda need to check these. So all of these need to be like that and sent to the train center. Got it. So our breeding program for lynxes works pretty well. Pretty well. Did I add? Oh. Yeah. And you should be telling them something. It's called a talk. And you should remove your freaking headset. Oh, you're even worse. You have headphones. You have headphones. You're listening to a guy next to the animal who's actually swimming, and you have headphones. He sounds Italian. No, that's not what Aardvarks do. Last meal quality. Can I improve your quality? Oh, no, it's not one. Well, sure. Yes. If I take a look at mechanics research, there shouldn't be an issue anymore. Maybe that's the problem. Maybe if I do this and, for example, put in this one, it should be fine. And we should take a look at keeper, and we have a mechanic. We have like a 1-star mechanic somewhere. Good. So managed, what I wanted to do today was build this, only this area. It wasn't that great, but there was a lot of small management around, a lot of small animal management overall, and some experience with freshes as well. And I believe that's gonna be it from me today, despite here being 5 people, which is like the average. So I could theoretically wait until there's less people, but you know, I should be ending with something solid stuff. So thanks everyone for watching, but I gotta go work some more. Have a great day, have a great evening, morning, afternoon, wherever you are, whenever you are. And hopefully see y'all tomorrow, where I'll maybe try some building. Plastic theme, aquatic theme. See you tomorrow when I'll try to create Arctic, probably some Arctic habitat. You know what? Arctic pavilion. Like here. A large pavilion. So, see y'all tomorrow.